This book was so popular, and everybody I saw in their homes were getting happiness boxes. After they read the book, the children wanted happiness boxes, which children loved them. I hope as this book comes out again, so many houses are going to be filled with happiness boxes.
Welcome to I.M.P.A.C.T Today,
the podcast where we explore important messages for parents and children together. I am I.M.P.A.C.T
and I am Binyamin
of Growing Impact Publications. Join us as we dive into the books written by Mrs. Bracha Goetz,
my mother,
and my mother-in-law, best-selling author of 40-plus children's books, including Let's Stay Safe and Talking About Personal Privacy. We'll be bringing you a behind-the-scenes tour, uncovering the joyful and important messages hidden in each unique book, and we'll learn how to utilize these books as tools in our parenting and in our own lives as well. Welcome back to another episode of I.M.P.A.C.T Today podcast. I'm Avital Goetz.
And I'm Binyamin Goetz.
And today we're here with best-selling author of 48 children's books, Mrs. Bracha Goetz. And we have some super exciting news today. We've been kind of MIA for a little bit of time, but we've been working hard to bring you some really, really exciting content. And today, we are happy to announce that coming this Hanukkah, December 2025, we will be presenting you with not one, but two new releases written by Mrs. Bracha Goetz. And we just wanted to come on here and share with you a little bit about these new books. So today we're going to start with a very special book near and dear to many people's hearts called The Happiness Box. And this book is one that some of you may be familiar with because this book was originally printed in 1989. Is that correct?
Mine says 1990. Was yours in 1989?
Our copy here says...
And it now has a completely different look.
I think it was written in 1989 and maybe the print came out in 1990. So it was published first in 1990. And here's the cover. We both have our copies. What it used to look like, the Happiness Box. And I think of all the emails I get about inquiries about your books, this one comes up the most often. Is the Happiness Box ever going to be back in print? And yes, we took that to heart. And thank God, after a lot of work, we recreated the book from scratch with brand new illustrations. And now we have this to present to you. And this is what it currently looks like. It's still the same shape, just a little smaller and bright with laminated pages. And this book is sure to bring joy and gratitude into your homes and your lives. So let's dive a little bit into the book. And here, can you tell us about the origins of the book? How did this get started? Was it an idea that you came up with? Was it an idea that someone approached you with? Was it just a need that you saw?
I have a sore throat too, so bear with me, but I I really don't know. I don't know if Hashem just gave me this idea or I read the idea someplace of doing this. I don't know where I got the idea from. Sometimes I'm thinking maybe one day I'm going to read a story and realize where the idea came from. I have no idea how it came about.
Wow. Okay. So it's here. No.
But remind me, tell me if I'm wrong. This was written, like, how old were you? What stage of life were you in?
That's a great question.
And
oh my gosh, it was the year you were born. It was published. Oh my goodness. So this book came out 35 years ago for the first time. Wow. So that means it kind of went to this generation and then it skipped a generation because it wasn't available for years. it got reprinted many times. It was first published by CIS, and then something happened. It was in China, and they lost the files, and they couldn't reprint the book, although people kept asking for it. So it didn't come out. It kind of skipped one whole generation of children that never got to read it, unless the grandparents like had old copies of it. You know what I mean? So that's why we keep getting requests all through the years for the happiness box to come out again, and it just wasn't available. So finally, now we got the rights to the book, and thank God we were able to publish it again.
Yes, we're very grateful. And
So
yeah,
grateful.
so it's been out of print for how many years, would you say?
I don't know. I'm guessing 20. I'm
Yeah.
guessing like
Yeah,
20
that's what I was
years.
thinking. It's been out of print for about 20 years. And this book, the message is timeless because,
Yeah,
you wrote this in 1990,
or
but yet,
before. Right,
right before it came out in 1990, and yet the message is so apropos for today. I mean, the
right.
concept of the happiness box is so adorable, and it's just so concrete for parents to use. The idea is just, it's very catchy. We'll tell a little bit about the book now, and then we've used it in our own lives with our children, and people have seen it and they've done it as well. So let's hear. Can you tell us a little bit about the book?
One thing I do want to say is I don't know exactly how the idea for the book came about, but I remember my mother saying, the best the best gift you can give a child is a cardboard box, because they can spend hours playing with a cardboard box. There's like so much to do. You could put so much imagination in a cardboard box. Um, And so maybe that gave me the idea, like, it doesn't even matter what came inside that box. The box itself can be used to bring so much joy into a life. I don't know if it came from my mother, it could be, but this book is dedicated to my father. Even though my mother gave me that idea, because I, my father, I really feel, gave me the gift of happiness because he was such a grateful person. And he was happy with little things up until the day that he passed from this world. If I gave him like a baked potato, he'd get so excited. Like, he just was happy about simple things in life, like a song. So what this book is about is, he holding the book, the new book. The book is about a boy who's just miserable so often. He's not happy with what he gets. Now, so many of us are like this. We're happy initially when we get something, but then it goes away really fast. We stop being grateful for what we have. But so this boy, he's like really not happy about all the things he has. And his parents get a delivery of a new washing machine. And he's like, why don't I ever get anything? Everything's nothing's for me. So his father comes up with this idea to make the box that the washing machine came in into a happiness box. And he brings it to me, goes, this is a really special gift. You can only think happy thoughts inside this box. So the little boy is like, how am I going to do that? I don't know how to do that. He goes inside. He just feels silly. He starts laughing. He thinks of a few things that he likes, and he gets in the habit. He starts thinking of more and more things and getting silly about them and thinking of all these different things that he likes. He really enjoys himself. And every day he keeps going back inside that box. So whenever he's not feeling happy about something, he goes inside the box and starts feeling better, thinking of things that he appreciates, he's grateful for. So one day, he's on a bus with other children. He feels like lonely because there's no way he could bring the box along with him. And all of a sudden, he's sitting there and he has the realization that this box, it's never far away. This box is here with you to stay. Where was my box? Can you guess where? Above my eyes, but below my hair. There's a happiness box in your head, you see. It's a happiness box if you let it be. But if you don't want to use your head at first, just get a cardboard box instead. So that's what was happening. This book was so popular, and everybody I saw in their homes were getting happiness boxes. After they read the book, the children wanted happiness boxes, which people could don't have to wait for a washing machine to get one. They could find one like behind an appliance store. They usually have a lot of big boxes. Children loved them, and people were making happiness boxes years ago. And I hope as this book comes out again, so many houses are going to be filled with happiness
And
boxes.
and that's one of the additions that we made to this book. At the very end, we have a Dear Parents page of ideas to help your family grow gratitude muscles together because that is a muscle to build. And then we have how to create your own happiness box with simple directions for children. And the idea is, just to allow them to explore this idea. And they can also send pictures to us. We'd love to see any happiness boxes that are made from this book.
We
So
love
those
it.
are two new pages that we've added to this new edition, along with laminated pages. That's the other special.
Laminated because we want this book to last and last as long as these happiness skills in your life. These are skills that when you put them into your life when you're young, they stay with you forever. And your whole life goes on a trajectory of joy. That's what happens when you instill these happiness skills. This is really the secret to happiness. The earlier you can instill it in your children, and when parents read the books to their children, they will be instilling it in themselves as well.
That's beautiful. That's one reason we love books. It's there on your shelf. You could take it off. The kids could take it off themselves. It's great as a bedtime story. And then all through the night, their ideas are coming and it's just seeping deeper and becoming a more natural part of who we are as people. And that's a message of Hanukkah,
Beautiful.
right? As Jewish people, it's all about being Yehudim, being grateful, being thankful. So this book is really a timely message for the holiday. It's a timely message for our lives in this world. It's so much gimme, 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 gimme. It's on to the next thing, on to the next thing. What else is for me? When can I get something else? So this message is really, really important for all of us to get to, make our own.
Exactly. We are the gratitude people. As you were saying, Yehudim, the, at the core of Yehudim, which means the Jewish people, Hud, Hoda'ah is at our core. That's our essence. And it's really the basis of every mitzvah that we do. It's gratitude for the incredible world that we've been given and all the amazing things in our life. That's our purpose. That's we are the lights to the world to teach everybody about gratitude.
And that's something unique also about this book that we not only have a Jewish version, which is right here, but would you like to hold up the version you have in your hands? This is
Oh
one of
yeah,
the very first Bracha Goetz universal books. This one that you're holding up is a little different. It's the same message, but the images, the illustrations are a little different. Your boy does not have a head covering. He does not wear a yarmulke, like the one in my hand. And it's basically the same message, but just missing a couple pages about the Jewish holidays. But this message of gratitude is for the whole world. So we have a universal copy right there. It's called the same name, the Happiness Box. It's limited universal edition. So we have two options for this special message book.
yay!
I would
Thank
also
God.
I would also share a cute little thing that I noticed in my own family recently, and all my neighbors actually. We all got together gathering boxes, just random smaller
The
boxes.
children.
Yeah, the children for an activity, and they were saving them up. So even if they couldn't find a big box to make their happiness box, they were working together beautifully, staying busy in a great way. And then they finally started taping them together and making one wall and the other wall. It was a whole project. I don't know if they completely finished it, but they worked hard together, and we're making a happiness box. We're making a happiness box. The teamwork was awesome. They were working hard. They were being creative. It was a great outlet, and they're gonna try. I had to put a limit to it because it was taking so many boxes were coming, and they were just okay, we got 2 weeks, and then we have to dispose of these boxes. And then they're going to try to build another one. These kids are so flexible, love creating, great teamwork, and like you said, the creativity could go. Just give them a couple little tools, and that's what it shows some of those things in the back of the book how to do that. And another cute little thing I would share is in my classroom that I teach in first grade. One of the first things I say is my mother taught me from our home how to create a happy home, and it's our choice to do that in here. And this classroom is a happy classroom. Everything that happens is happy. Like it sets the tone. Like that's what we're going to do. It's going to be a joyful, happy place no matter. And
Exactly.
like you're welcome to join it because that's what it's going to be. And I had a meeting with a couple different administrators and parents and different things beginning of the year. And I remember mentioning this point or almost asking it to the speech therapist. Like, we have so much struggles, so much things we're trying to work through with each student. How are we going to draw them all in? The answer that I think I thought of at that moment, I'm like, we're just going to make it the happiest place in the world. And that's the place that they're going to want to be. Whatever struggles they have, they're going to want to be here because it's just a joyful, happy place.
Right.
It's a
Right.
conscious decision.
Yes.
So it
It's
kind of
all,
starts at the top and it trickles down. Right.
That's what it was. I had
yes.
a boy who the parents met with us at the beginning of the year, and they're like, he struggles across the board, and kindergarten was very difficult, and he was basically in the principal's office most of the day in kindergarten. So my goal was help him to be happy to be in the classroom, and really that's the goal for everybody: a happy place to be. And thank God this year's been going wonderful for him. I just had parent teacher conferences and they're like, thank you so much. And that's the goal. The goal is that he should feel wanted, happy, appreciated for who he is in that space.
Yes.
And thank God.
Exactly. Exactly. To feel loved up. And that's what this book is teaching us. We are being loved up every moment, but we have to see it. We have to recognize it and appreciate it.
Yeah, we can't blame our circumstances, our thoughts on our surroundings. As we get older, it's not going to work so well. We have to learn from a young age that our happiness is dependent on ourselves, on our thoughts. It's all right here, and we're powerful. It's empowering this thought. So I think it's a great skill to develop at a young age so that as we get older, it's just a natural part of who we are. Will serve us well for the long run. So this book, The Happiness Box, is available on our website, growingimpactpublications.com, and in your local bookstores. And we look forward to hearing what everyone's feedback is. And we'd love to see the images of, your family making your own happiness box. And we'd love this to last for generations. So thank you so much for sharing about this exciting book, The Happiness Box. I think it's one of our most exciting books that we were able to bring back to this world. And we hope that it will enlighten and brighten everyone's homes with joy and gratitude.
Amen.
See you next time. Thank you for joining us today. You can head to growingimpactpublications.com to book Mrs. Goetz for an in-person or Zoom presentation, consultations, and to find her books.
We love getting your feedback as well. You can email us at info@growingimpactpublications.com. And you can hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. Until next time.